Hello everyone, welcome back. Over the last number of years, I've been around dirt bikes and MTBs on a regular basis. And there was something rattling around in my mind. Couldn't quite put my finger on it. But then there seemed to be a pattern. It was a vague familiarity, and then suddenly the penny dropped. This video is all about that realization. I want to accomplish three things. First, I want to explain some of the important geometry terms that are bandied about, such as slack and steep angles, reach and chainstay, to name a few. And secondly, I want to point out an historical timeline of where I believe this geometry came from. And this is a personal opinion, by the way. Be quite clear about that. Did a little bit of research, and I honestly believe this is where it came from. And thirdly, I want to point out that most EMTBs share a very similar geometry, and it's only people that want to push the boundaries, so to speak, and you want to tweak the numbers to get that little bit out of it. So what you're about to see is fairly technical, but I hope I've laid it out in such a way that it makes it informative, educational, and entertaining. During the 1950s and 60s, Maico and other manufacturers continued to build and develop bikes on an ongoing basis, but with the same basic geometry. In the 1970s, there was a growth of research and development, reaching a peak in 1979. Mountain bikes, on the other hand, didn't really have much in the way of development. They tended to keep the same basic design for some period. In 1980, Maico introduced the 450, with Yamaha quickly releasing a counter being the YZ465. The 490 in 1981 was Maico's answer, and it was a game changer which resonates even today with the designs of current dirt bikes and EMTBs. Mountain bikes, EMTBs and dirt bikes have evolved over the last 20 years into the basic geometry we know and love today. And like any mature design, all bikes are made to the same geometry, but with small adjustments made to angles and lengths to accommodate the rider wanting to gain that little bit of extra performance. So just to prove my point, if you look at the graphics that are on the screen now, for instance the head angle, between these three bikes, if you look at the figures, they're all very similar. And coming up we've got the seat angle, same thing. We're talking about millimeters in between. Now with chainstay there is some variation, but again it's pretty minimal when you look at the scheme of things. I think the only area that there is a real change is with the reach, and that makes sense. You've got your small, medium, large, extra large, and the reach is going to change, but if you look down across the lines you'll see that they're still pretty similar. So in conclusion, it is my contention that bike geometry has reached a universal design parameter that is now common across dirt bikes, mountain bikes and e-mountain bikes. When looking to buy a new EMTB, do not be intimidated by those terms. I mean, that's the whole idea of this video. I'm trying to help. I believe from my own experience that well-known brands of EMTBs have the same basic geometry with variations of suspension, suspension lengths, suspension diameters, number of gears, battery size and motors. But generally speaking, a good frame with a 36mm diameter, say 160mm front suspension, 150mm rear travel plus say a minimum of 625 watt-hour battery and 12-speed gears will serve you, for virtually almost any of the demanding terrain you may encounter. I really hope this video has been of some help to you, and I'll see you next time.